So this time on A18 Custom Garage, it's time for the DBRC chassis King Snake edition. Man, I've had this for a little bit. Haven't had a chance to go build it. Really looking forward to it. We love our Axial SCX24s, but I really wanted to try a TRX 4M based, crawler setup. So, and this is really wouldn't call it TRX 4M, but I mean, I guess it is. It kind of is. So, let's go check out the chassis, everything that goes along with it, and let's go build this sucker. Boom! Welcome back, everybody. Shane with A18 Custom Garage. Man, let's check out this DBRC Chassis Dynamics King Snake. So I have opened it up. Pretty cool. It gives you this cool little scale ice chest. I dig it. So this kit does use a stock skid plate. You have to modify it. So I have one here that is the modified version. I have a couple of these. So I modified this one. This is a stock one. I'll pop this one open. We'll kind of show you the difference between them. Then, man, I got the high temp printed components. It gives you magnets, a bunch of little spacers and stuff like that. Let's see, shock screws, chassis screws, and there's our chassis setup. So pretty simple, cool design, nice angled skid. I forget how many degrees it is, but it's going to give us some nice clearance. So this will be a nice setup. So we'll get that together. We'll show you kind of how we slam that sucker in. So in order to build this, right, you need a set of links. I don't know if he has links with his kits yet or not, but so I hit up my buddy RCSteve710. Steve is a really good guy. He's super local to me too. He builds a really nice set of links for the King Snake. This is a titanium version, double bend. These are actually an outboard mount setup for the rear. So the upper links will be attached outboard on the outside. So we'll show you these when we get them out, when we get them together. Super, super nice. We are going to be using a set of Mias Racing. These are the aluminum isokinetic, iso something or other jiggers. These are a pretty nice axle for the TRX 4M based stuff. So a lot of turning angle, steering angle. I think it's like over 50 degrees and stuff, so it's pretty sweet. Very low bind. It's nice they do some brass knuckles on them and stuff, all right, because it's a completely different knuckle design and all that other stuff too. So wanted to try these out. Everybody really likes these, so we're going to go with those. Then we've got our Little Guy Racing Parts billet transmission. If you guys haven't used these or seen these are so nice for any 4M based crawlers, the TRX 4MTs. I actually have one of these in the TRX 4MTs. It's fantastic. They come with the crawler gearing, so on that one I have the stock gearing in there, but their gears are all one-piece billet gears. Super smooth, super nice. It is a really nice transmission. So I was like, I'm going with one of them for sure. Then we've got a Lizard Pro from Little Guy. It's just their branded version. And then we got we have a Micro Komodo. This is for the TRX 4M. So it is all set up with the correct motor mount spacing and the correct, I believe they run a mod 4 pinion, I believe. So gearing. So I think it's mod 4. And it comes with the screws and all that other stuff. And then, of course, we're going to go with the thing we love. We love the No Superior Designs RS100 Micro. It's such a great servo. So we're going to go with that as well. So that's our base, right? Shock-wise, I don't know. I have a set of Injora shocks for TRX 4M stuff. So I'll probably end up using those at first. I may have to go through them because they do tend to stick initially. So Either that, or I might try to get a set of Pro lines, or something else. We'll see. I don't know if Next Racing makes 4M based shocks yet, because those Next Racing shocks are really nice. Really enjoy it. They've been really good shocks. And then body, I don't know yet either. Wheels and tires, don't totally know yet either. I have, a bunch of little guy racing parts, wheels, which we love. So I'll probably end up using a set of those. Just don't know which ones yet. Body, I have an idea, but not totally sure. So let's put all the electronics aside. We're gonna be needing that transmission soon. But let's get this out. These are aluminum rails, so they're pretty nice. They're pretty thick too. Looks like they're probably just laser cut or something, then tumbled, but super nice and deburred. Gotta love when they tumble finish stuff too. It makes it look cool. So we've got those. We've got our chassis screws. So let's show you the skid and kind of what's going on here. So you can see this is a stock skid for a TRX 4M, and it comes with like the bumper pieces and stuff. These things are cheap. They're like $6, I think. So if you look at this, let's see. That's what it normally looks like. This is what you end up with. So really what you end up doing is you get a set of, like, you want a good flush cut, right? And then you end up cutting this piece off on both sides, right? You want it flush with right there. So you want to try to get it nice and flush. Well, let me put this right. So you get those side pieces cut off, right? Then you come in and you cut off these ends here and here, those two mounts, and you do it on the back side too, here and here. But you got to be a little careful of, like, you just want to make sure they're nice and flush, and you don't take too much material off. And really and then you can go in here and take a little bit out of the corners, and just give you a little extra clearance. And it's really simple. I mean, you could use these do really good. The smaller size do really good on the side. For the larger pieces, you want a larger flush cut. I use a standard pair of dikes and then clean them up a little bit on this one. So you can do that too. Really, it's really that simple. So, and DBRC, they have, I believe it's on their Instagram, they have a quick little, I think it's a reel that he did, or a short or something, where he goes through and he does it. So I'll try to see if I can find it and put a link in the description for it too. So it makes it real simple to do. I also believe he sells the modified skid. So I think you could buy a modified skid from him, if I remember right. So if not, these things are super cheap. You screw it up, buy another one and try it again. But like, you can't screw it up. It's so simple. And these things are so stout. That's why he stayed with using the stock skid, because it's a great piece. Traxxas did a good job with that part of it. So we're going to get this together. It's real simple from what I've seen picture wise. So we'll just go. We're gonna get the chassis kind of. Oh, let's look at the printed pieces too. See what they look like. And like I said, I went with the high temp. Usually a little bit stronger. His sliders, or the side sliders look good. So the top shock mount, mag mount, and he also has a hole through it. So if you want to do a stud mount, you can too for the body. And then I think this little piece, I have a feeling I think it bolts onto the transmission, if I remember right, or something in the back so you could put your micro receiver on there. So really, when you do these things, you want to use a lot of small electronics. So that's why we're using I do have a micro Python, but I think I'm going to use it on a different setup. So, but it's still pretty small, and I use the Radio Link RC8X, and they have that micro receiver, which I've been using on all my specific crawlers. So the boys, they have the 315s usually from the Spectrum stuff, and I can make those fit in a lot of things. It's tight, but I can make them work. I play with them a little bit to make them work. So, and then like I said, magnets and a bunch of different spacers, which is cool because you'll need spacers for shocks. And I think when you go to mount this up, one of these, I think you'd use a spacer that slides in here. Now, I feel like I've seen somebody use like a bearing here and here or something. So like if you hit it, it would roll, but I don't know. We'll see. I'll look at it. So let's go slam this together and we'll show you what it looks like. Oh man, it's all together. Look how we do that. Oh man, no. So look, it's real simple. This thing's super nice. You just sandwich everything together. You put in your lower links, run the screw through. So it's 1, 2, and then it's this little screw up at the top that goes right into the skid plate. So it's that simple. Do one side, do the other side, and you've got pretty much almost a complete chassis. I mocked up the front shock mount and mag holder, just one screw. You can rotate it a little bit, but get it to work because I wanted to see where the motor would sit and the wires. So I had to do my little trick where I heat shrink a little bit and just bend it a little bit because normally it sticks straight up, right? And the plan is to have the body pretty low, hopefully. If not, you could rotate the motor, but there's only 2 positions on the motor to screw into. So the other one, it ran the wires right into the side of the skid plate, so it wasn't going to work. So this I'm pretty happy with. I really like it. Everything fit and finish. Excellent. I mean, you can't really ask for more. I did, of course, bolted the motor on and then just screwed the transmission in and then got this receiver plate in. It's just 2 screws that there's 2 spots on the skid plate that it just screws into. So everything's really nice. It gives you all the hardware to do that. It doesn't give you the hardware to do like your transmission mount or these 2 screws. So you may need to source some of those screws, or if you have a stock TRX 4M that you're pulling stuff from, keep those screws and you can probably most likely use a lot of those on here. So like I said, fit and finish good. I did run 2, it gives you a bunch of spacers. I did run 2 spacers. They don't totally fit perfect in there, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, honestly, you're sandwiched up against here. You could not run a spacer at all and be fine. But like I said, I think I saw a few people where they put like a bearing in there. And I may do that. I could always pop it out and find the right size bearing. For now, I wanted to put this together, have it all mocked up so you could all see what it looks like. It's super clean. The fit is great. So one thing I will tell you, so like if you do this, make sure you're going to end up needing to put your drive shafts in first, at least, this section, because like there's no way to tighten it if you've got everything in the way. So I'm going to end up pulling this plate off and pulling the whole center transmission out, because that way you can get to the front one and tighten it, because you can't with the motor up here and you can't through the bottom. So you got to have this out, but you'll want to mock everything up. Don't go crazy tight or anything. Get mocked up, figure out based on your links and your axles and everything what drive shafts you end up needing. I ordered a couple sets of Enduro drive shafts that I think I can use for this, that I think will work. If not, I can always trim them down a little bit, so because I don't know. So the next step is I'm going to get the upper arms on, and he does not give you screws for like the arms and stuff, or the upper arms, so you'll have to source some screws. I think it's like 2.5 mil, and then you'll need a screw and a nut. So we'll get the upper arms on where we think we want them. We'll then get the axles on and see where we're at. And I have a couple sets of these. I have 2 sets of these Enduro shocks for TRX 4M They're not bad. You know what's funny about them? I had these for the 4MTs, and the only thing I don't like about them is, like, right now they're pretty smooth, right? But like when they sit, they stick initially, right? So like once it starts moving, everything's fine. But when they sit for a little while, they stick. So, and I've never pulled these apart or anything. So, but I think we'll use these for now. And I may end up getting a set of, like, we might do some pro lines, or I'm going to look to see if Next Racing makes 4M based shocks. If they do, I might get a set of those, because I've been really happy with their shocks. They've been really, really smooth. So, and they don't stick at all in the beginning, but these are, you know, the right length, right shock. So big bore. So we'll do these first to at least get us, you know, mocked up and going. So next up, arms, axle. We'll get these axles open, show you them that. And man, we're going to keep moving forward. Oh yeah, screwing things on. Look, axles, we'll get the steering on. Shocks. Oh, let's bolt this in. Yeah. Having fun doing this. I don't know why. Man, look at this deal. This King Snake looks awesome. So, got the axles all together and on. You do have to, what's cool is these Mias axles, you can either, they give you the servo mount to have a horizontal mount, or you can still do the stock style straight up. That would not work with this, because this is meant for a horizontal mount setup. We did do, for now, I've got these Endura. These are a 59 millimeter, not the 53s. So these are a little bit longer, but I think we got them set up right. What's funny about them is they're pretty smooth. Like, except when it sits for a while, there's like an initial stick. But once it unsticks, then it's fine, right? It'll just like maneuver. It's pretty clean. So if you look, we got the front good. Look at all that clearance for the rear section. Man, super awesome. Now, these do have the reservoirs. I think it kind of looks cool. We did have to mount this one upside down, because depending on how you have it mounted, it's either sticking up here above like the mag slider, or it's down over here. And if you're cranking on the steering, you might run into it with the tire. So, because they hang down pretty low, you can see how far it hangs down. So, but you can mount them upside down, and it all fits in there. It's a tight fit, but everything works. Fits good. Waiting on drive shafts still. But man, yeah, I mean, so really, really happy with like how well this has come out. I mean, link's good. It just really is awesome. So I will say what I did in the rear links, I have like a 1 mil spacer here, because when it was up against it, the plastic was just rubbing a little bit. It didn't really affect it too much, but you do the 1 mil spacer, it's perfect. Then you can see I notched the side sliders just a little bit, because like where I have it mounted, they were rubbing just a little bit, and I didn't want that rub. That one was a little bit more substantial. So, but all I did was take a razor blade and just notch it ever so slightly. Man, you do need to, like, you will have to source some of your own hardware and stuff to do some of the things. He does give you like the upper shock screws and stuff like that, but lowers no. And depending on the shocks too, they're a little different sometimes. So like the screws that came with the axles wouldn't work with this shock. I had to go a little bit longer on both of them and stuff. So you just might need to go, and all this stuff is, you know, M2.5. So it's a little oddball, right? It's not 2 or 3. The 2.5, I feel like, is hard to find. You know, you can buy it all off of Amazon. So that's what all this stuff is. So this is all M2.5, but these are 12s. I got some 2.5 nuts. I thought I had a bunch. I can't find them. So I bought some of those. And then these are 2.5 by 16s. I have some 14s coming and some 8s. Because for some reason, I have 10s and stuff. And, you know, like these Endura shocks come with a bunch of different screws too, which is nice. So, and then, you know, he gives you all the spacers, and that's what, you know, I was able to use the really thin spacer that's provided on these 2 links, and all the spacers everywhere else. you know, were provided in the kit, which is awesome. So super, super pumped. So now I think we got to get electronics laid out in here. You can see we've got our RS100 that we're getting ready. We've got it. I mean, we've got it ready. I've got a Mias 4M arm. I would normally use No Spear Designs. I have two of these Mias arms, so I'm going to use those. I mean, they're fine. We got our Lizard Pro, and then I'll go get I got a couple receivers from my radio links. So I think, you know, the receiver will go back here. I'm thinking probably ESC over here and then battery over here. What's cool is, man, I have a couple of these. Like, this is a pretty good size 3S, 350 milliamp, which I like. You know, I like having a little bit more, and it looks like it'll fit over in here pretty good. So either that, or I've also got the Spectrum 300, which I like too. This one's a little bit skinnier. This one I just feel fits really good in a lot of different vehicles. But the body we're using is going to be wider. So if this thing decides to hang over a little bit, you know, or whatever we got to do, we can figure it out. So I'm not too worried about it. So we're going to go figure out electronics layout, try to get the wiring to look somewhat clean. We'll probably end up having to cut this guy way down, and which is fine. We'll trim it down and put some what's it called, wire sleeve over it, make it look nice. Same with these. I don't know, might trim this one down. I don't know. I usually don't like the trim, man. If I don't have to, I don't like trimming things down. It just takes more time. So this one I don't think we'll trim down. We'll probably just do some sleeving over this one too to make it look nice. So I don't know, got some ideas, but man, super pumped about these axles, super pumped about just how well this thing sits. I mean, man, these are the 59s. And so I think I ordered a set of neck shocks too, and theirs are a 56. So they're right in between the 53, 59, which I think might be really good too. Man, I really like these Enduros. I just wish they, like, right now it's super, super smooth. I just wish, like, they didn't do that initial stick. Like, it's kind of tight. So, like, right now, while they're being used, it's completely fine. But, like, if you let it sit for, like, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, you'll pick it up and they'll be stuck, you know, and then, but you move it and then it's fine. So, and I feel like that is the O-rings probably inside here. So I could probably pull them apart and play with things and probably make them right. So, but man, pumped. RC Steve, his links, always on point. They are perfection. Gotta love it. So if you guys need links for any build, I mean, he basically makes stuff for everything. I've used a bunch of different ones from him. I've got stuff for some cheat codes, King Snake, Monster, comp chassis from LGRP, Eliminator chassis from LGRP. So he makes everything, you know, nacho crawlers, everything you can think of, basically he makes links for. And they're all really, really nice. All very well made. Gotta love the titanium. So, man, I almost wish I would have gone with like the burnt blue or something like that on this one. But we'll see. We'll see how it all comes out. So stay tuned. We're going to get these electronics in. Then we're going to go have some fun. Bang! Man, I bypassed a lot of stuff. But look at this thing. Epic. We got that Red Cat Ascent body. I picked this one up for dirt cheap. And then, because I knew I wanted to go Lexan and just cut something up. And I was like, you know, I like the color. But, man. So let's show you what we did here. If I can get my finger out of the way. So, you know, this thing's cool, man. I mean, this body, you know, we trimmed it all up, put the front grille stickers, the window stickers on it. Normally this back bed section is all painted blue. What's cool is they leave the film on this thing, so all I did was trim the film off the back bed section and flat black it. So did a quick trim, you know, nothing, I didn't go crazy on it, but just I think it still looks cool. It's nice and light. So we got those 1552 Traverse wheels in gunmetal. I think they look awesome. We got that King Snake chassis, looks so good. RS100, of course, looking fly on there, fits good. We've got micro Komodo and a LGRP branded Lizard Pro. So nothing crazy, just simple. And then we've got our Endura shocks. I did take off the springs. Felt like they work a little bit better this way. Now, the one thing with this thing, man, you know, when it sits, and I think we talked about it before, they just stick. And once you free them up, it starts to work good. So I feel like you lift this up, it has like nice dampening there. Same with the front. So still articulates really well. I mean, I like it. So it's good. You know, I think this is going to be a good performer. Really happy with the fit and finish. Man, everybody does a really good job. So, I mean, look at those links. Man, this thing tucks up in there good. I think it looks good with the gunmetal wheels and that blue body. So, we are thinking though, I don't know. I've got this really nice VTEC Escape 32 ESC. These things are so smooth. And I really like this crawler. This is probably one of my favorites. So I may end up putting this in. We've got a set of Little Guy Racing parts. Their TRX 4M shocks. I've got their 60 millimeter, which is like a 56 eye to eye, and then their 62, which is like a 59/60 eye to eye. So these are the Endura 59s. I was thinking of maybe doing like the shorter up front, because you know, we could lose a little bit of travel up front to help with hill, you know, some hill climbs and stuff like that. I feel like the back is good. You know, if we ever needed to, I could put a rubber band or a strap on it or something somewhere. But I don't know if I feel like it's got enough damping to where even side hill it would probably work pretty good. So I don't know. So I feel pretty good about it. One thing though, so I got this thing together, and I'll just talk about it. And you know, I always test run them on the ground, you know, right here on the garage floor. I run them back and forth. You can see burnout marks from our drag cars and speedrun cars. You know, so I run them around just to test them and listen to them and see. You know, I'll run them really slow. So what I noticed is this thing was kind of going like, as it was going, it was going. It was kind of like, it was a motion, you know, it was really weird. And I've seen it once before, and I was pretty sure I knew what it was. But in order to test things, and I could see like it would go and then stop, go and slow down. You know, it was like, it wasn't a catch, but it was like a slow catch in a way. So I feel like I got 2 different transmissions, motors. So I swapped out 3 different transmissions on this just to make sure, because I'm crazy. 2 different motors, because I had 2 of them. Different drive shafts. What else? I did drive shaft just in the back, did drive shaft just in the front, and it did it all around. Then I was like, man, it has narrowed everything down, because the gears in the Little Guy transmission were really loud, and I don't know why. They're usually pretty good. I like their transmission a lot, but just it seemed a little off too. But it was not causing any kind of a binder or anything like that, or any kind of running issue. It was just loud, lots of gear noise. So what I did, I have had a lot of problems with Mias gear sets in the past on SCX24. I won't use them on SCX24. They don't fit. They don't ever work. I've just had the worst experience with them. I have had one bad experience with them on TRX4MT, and it was a similar setup here. So I run Endura gears on the 4MTs. So I had one more set of stock ratio. So I did a stock ratio front Endura, and it started to smooth out. I was like, oh man. So I was planning on doing an underdrive Endura on the rear, so I had ordered it already. Swap the underdrive Endura in there. Everything is nice and smooth. So those Mias gears that are sitting there, and it's not the pinion, it is definitely the ring gear. And what happens is they're like out of round. So that gear is out of round somehow. And because you can tell if it was the pinion gear, it'd catch really fast a lot because that pinion's spinning fast. This is a excuse my hilarious freaking sounds, but yeah. So we got this thing all dialed in, super smooth, really happy with it. Now I need to decide, am I gonna throw these shocks on or not, or do we just go test? So it'll be a game time decision. So the next time you see this, we'll be out on the rocks. So stay tuned for this awesome King Snake. AK. Oh, check it out. We got the King Snake out here. We are on the rocks. Let's see, try a little hill climb. Do you think Dash is gonna do this, do you think? It's pretty steep.
Come here, I found something. Wait, Gage. It's a good one, I promise. Come here. I found glass. Oh, I found glass. I gotta throw it away.
Let's see. These are brand new ruptures. Let's see if they'll actually hook.
Come here.
Oh.
Break it into pieces so we get more.
Can we make it? Can we make it, Grace? I don't know. I'm afraid he's gonna flip back.
Here, let me get four.
Come on, baby.
Oh, no damage.
Come on, baby.
Beyblade X.
Oh, there he goes. Oh, but he landed up. Man, that, hey Grace, that thing, I mean, I don't know if you can see this thing, but I mean, it is full on vertical. I just got a little sideways. This thing does really good hill climb. Oh, and then you ditch it. No, my body. Get back on there. Hang on. Okay.
Greg, I'm gonna drop Fatty Chungus credit.
Don't throw rock gas.
Throw Fatty Chungus credit.
This should go up this pretty easily.
Oh, you missed it.
See if we can get a little side hill action here.
Oh my god, you actually chipped the actual big rock. Look how
I am learning this truck and the sensitivity.
Wait, dude, that was actually oh, so close. Wow, are you serious? I just want to turn it. Okay, I put
Oh, yeah. See if we can get up in this thing. Oh, this thing is gonna go vertical. Grace, look at this thing. This thing is like straight up. It's hard to tell on the camera, but it is like straight vertical.
Here's the rock. You pay me to break it so you can have it.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
it's
what
trying
is it
so
about?
hard.
Yeah.
It is.
And plus it wasn't even
Yes,
that.
you got me some of those white flowers.
Oh, it's sliding down though.
No.
Oh no.
Dash. Dad,
Oh,
you're far up.
it is. Come on, baby. Just hook.
Gage! Gage! Time, bro.
We are on 3 wheels. This thing is like verticaled
Oh,
out.
you got it, but right at the end.
Come on, baby.
Right here. We'll mark it with the flowers I was
Oh, he's sliding back. Oh, there he goes. Oh, man. This thing. Wow.
You almost said it? Yeah. Okay, good.
This thing, I am like, love it. I had a feeling this would probably be one of my favorites. I really enjoy this truck. I mean, easily up this stuff. Oh, we are on 3 wheels again. Let's see if we can not fall. Oh, come on, set. There we go.
I want you to break this. See it.
Oh, up on 3 wheels again. Oh, yeah. The King Snake doing the work. Let's see if I can climb up here again. Oh yeah, you can see that breakover. Oh, ah, yeah. Got that thing too vertical. So what happens, right? Let's try that again. Over here a little bit. Oh yeah. Man, this thing is great. So, let's see if we can do this. This King Snake, just final thoughts, man. I'm kind of out of breath climbing up the hill. King Snake, super awesome. I think it's one of my favorites right now. So, I think we did a good job with it. Weight bias, because that thing was vertical. So, and the ruptures, really like them, and they're not even fully broken in yet. So, comment, like, subscribe. We'll give us some more comments. Hit us up. Love hearing all the feedback, and remember those discount codes for the little guy, 10% off all your orders, and we'll catch you on the next one.